Welcome to a special series. Seven days,
12 reviews. Christmas.
Yes,
Okay.
yes. We decided again. Forget what I said at the end of the Prism review. I just got the idea.
Well, no, I got the idea.
Well, you just got the idea. Review 7 games.
Review 12 games over the course of the next 7 days. Of course, that means 3 games on the first day, 3 games on the last day, and on the 4th day, a review 2.
So
let's start day 1. What's day 1's theme?
Well,
if this music, because it, Kirby game.
One of the most
Specific, the modern trilogy.
One of Nintendo's most iconic IP. He's created by Masahiro Sakurai.
Nintendo's most iconic IPs up there with Zelda and Mario.
Zelda, Mario, and Pokemon. And Kirby might not be known for sale, known for
selling that well.
Well, actually, it is.
Yeah, Kirby
is
Nintendo's giant franchises.
Is easily marketable to all audiences. It is casual
or hardcore, depending on what you're going. If you're going for everything.
And Kirby,
a wide variety of different gameplay styles.
So, where did we get? How did we start? How were you introduced to Kirby?
I was actually first introduced to Kirby
from a spin-off title.
One of the spin-off titles, believe it or not.
On the DS.
This spin-off title was Kirby Mass Attack for the DS. That's a whole other story for a whole other day, though.
Yeah.
That may be even part of the marathon.
Maybe. Kirby. And he also. We also grew up watching in Right Back at You on YouTube.
Recording for YouTube. This is a disgrace. What have you done?
Stop it. But Alex recently, this year, Alex recently 100%ed the entire trilogy.
Planet Robot was torture to 100%.
Okay.
That true arena is a nightmare.
Okay, we'll get to that when we get to that.
But this video isn't about.
So the development design into the game is very interesting. Originally a GameCube title, a multiplayer GameCube title, where enemies were you could play where other players could control. Enemies is. This idea sounds awfully familiar.
About a certain upcoming title.
Star Allies.
Obviously.
But Return to Dreamland was eventually moved to the Wii, and instead of the Ally feature, they decided, hey, why don't we add
other characters for each player?
DDD.
Right, we have Kirby, we have DDD, we have Meta Knight, and
Bandana D.
Waddle Dee with a bandana, holding a spear.
I'm pretty sure this guy actually debuted in Superstar.
All right.
Or if I remember correctly, yeah. Well, Superstar Ultra. Was where he debuted.
Yeah.
So what's the story? What is it? Kirby's cake was stolen, and now he wants sick revenge.
And Meta Knight was trapped in a mirror. King Dedede hit a bunch of sticks.
No. Well, it's Kirby. He walking with his and holding his signature cake.
Nobody steals it this time.
However, they then go on a chase. They notice something fell falling from the sky.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you see Meta Knight just reading in a book by a rock. I find that really funny.
Why is it so funny that Mennonite likes to read? He's allowed to have hobbies, okay?
But they come across go inside the ship. If meet eat this weird dude.
Yeah.
His name is Magalore. He said his ship, the Lord Starcutter, was
crash landed on Pop Star.
Or so he asks you to help him.
And you gotta help us.
Okay. So gathering making it through 5 worlds of Popstar, and 2 and Halcondra. You beat the dragon that supposedly he crashed his ship.
Then you have to.
And then when he gets the crown.
Let's rewind a bit. We have to go over each world. Our first world is Cookie Country.
It's your usual starting world.
Green plains everywhere
and what? Oh, what's that star right there?
What is that enemy? Wow, that enemy looks special. I'm gonna eat him. Wait, what?
Whoa!
Okay, I did not expect to start pulling out
giant iron sharp weapons.
Pulling out staffs, swords, fish. Jesus Christ, that escalated quickly.
Yes, these are the new Ultra abilities.
Speaking of abilities, I think in each world, we're going to go over 4 of the abilities. We're going to go over 3 of the ability. Yeah, we're going to go over 3 or 4 abilities for 3 abilities in each world of Dreamland. In each world of Popstar, and 1 Ultra ability, and for Halcondra, we'll go over 4 abilities for each world.
There are over.
Now there are exactly 21 abilities in this game.
So,
no, 21. That can't be right.
It's 20. It's 4 times 7.
Oh yeah, that's 28. There's exactly 28 abilities in this game.
So let's go. Yes, we will even go over. That even means we'll go over the returning abilities.
So we're going over returning and new abilities. Since this is kind of revealing Kirby games is kind of new, and we don't want to give the other abilities a shaft just because they didn't debut in this game.
So let's
start with Beam Kirby. Beam Kirby is one of the classic Kirby abilities. That's existed all the way since Kirby's Adventure.
Yeah. So, and this is one of your personal favorites.
And this one is so much fun to use.
You just have a beam whip.
You just have a beam whip that you can
charge.
You can charge up balls of energy, fire them at your enemies, and just utterly annihilate everything within your path.
Yeah.
That seems to be a running theme for a lot of weapons. Anyways, it's super satisfying to use. Though, in terms of a basic attack, it's not that useful. Return to Dreamland is actually the best beam in town. Specifically for the ability to suspend yourself in midair and have a repeated recycling around yourself.
And wasn't this one of the better games for the Wii to use motion controls?
Yeah, this was one of the better games for the Wii that used motion controls. You could shake to activate all sorts of different abilities, and yet the game didn't require you to point your Wii remote at the screen painstakingly and aim at enemies while you were trying to platform.
No, you just shake it.
Yeah. The only type of motion control is shaking. You don't have to do all these weird maneuvers, just shake the Wii remote.
That's why it works.
It's simple and it works.
So, overall.
Yeah, so for the beam ability, I'll give this a 10. It's probably the best beam ability you've gotten in any Kirby game.
This is also your video.
So Noah doesn't have to rate him if he doesn't pop. So.
No.
No? Okay. So our next ability is the bomb ability.
And
the bomb ability is another classic Kirby ability. This is one of the
This ability got to change.
But this ability is known as one of the deadly 3.
It can chart. You can and point it in an arc, or what, how you want it to arc.
You can arc it. In fact, in this version, you can hold down on the throw button, and you use the joystick button. This is depending on what a control style you're using. To aim the bomb and throw it whatever direction you want. Don't hold on for it too long, or you'll blow up and stun yourself. Or you'll blow up and kind of trip yourself up, and the bomb will explode on you.
At least you don't take damage, right?
I don't think you get damage from this, though. It's been a while since I played the game.
Yeah. Sure. I mean, you haven't played it since May.
I haven't played it since May, so I'm not certain if it explodes. If it does damage.
But overall, what's your rating?
Overall, the bomb is devastating to everything around it, and it's just really satisfying to blow everything in your path up.
Yeah.
10.
Okay. And you said we covered 3.
We've only covered 2 regular abilities, so our final regular ability for Cookie Country is Crash Kirby. Crash Kirby is your traditional one-time use screen nuke.
Charge it up,
and you can literally get the entire screen. Without charging it up, you still cover most of the screen, but the corners are left unscathed.
Yeah, Crash is a weird one.
Crash is a really weird ability. It could be great if you bring it to a mini boss you're having trouble
with.
But
the problem is it's a one-time use.
So you're not really going to get anything out of it.
And it's incredibly rare.
It's also incredibly rare for what for its use.
Its rating?
I'll give it a 7. It's good in what it's trying to do, but it's just not utilized properly.
Yeah.
And to be honest, I'm not sure if it's ever been utilized.
And then, then our first Ultra ability,
which is listed as the first Ultra ability on the wiki, so even though it's not the first one you encounter reviewing this first, the Flare Beam. Yes, I probably should review the Ultra Sword first, but that's listed as the last one. So,
the Flare Beam, the beam.
You know what? Should I review the Ultra Sword first?
Yeah. And isn't it the one you're introduced to?
Yes, the first one.
Ultra abilities are a weird addition. Your gimmick. You basically powered up. It's basically a default weapon powered up.
Yeah, it's basically one of your regular abilities, except powered up. Making it so that the game has a total of 23 copy abilities, well, 22 if you don't count a certain ability, a certain joke ability. And 5 Ultra abilities. So, our first ability our first Ultra ability is Ultra Sword. Now, the Ultra abilities generally have very simplistic controls. So,
just push.
All you have to do, press the Y button and you
the 1 button.
Press the 1 button or whatever. Press the 1 button or A button or whatever or again based on what control style you're using, and you're just gonna destroy. And you're just gonna swing a giant blade and cut through everything your swing radius. Yeah. Honestly, it's just super fun to spam this one. Also, if you're playing multiplayer, you can cut your. You can.
Actually, there's only one style. The Wiimote is your only method.
If you're playing multiplayer, you can trip up the other players, but or to knock them back with the Ultra Sword.
Yeah, you can be a dick.
There's a lot of cruelty potential in this game.
Yeah, Kirby had
such as stealing your partner's stealing your partner's ability. He's spitting them into a wall of spikes or just straight up.
Would you say that
straight up jumping on their straight up jumping on their head while they're carrying an item.
Would you say it's about as just as...
It's about the same level of cruelty as New Super Mario Bros. Wii.
Yeah. It's just as bad.
But as for the Ultra Sword, this thing is probably the most iconic Ultra ability.
It's Kirby's new final smash.
It's Kirby's new final smash in Smash 4.
Yeah.
So,
rating?
I'll give it a 10. This thing's really cool.
And,
now, one of my two favorite Ultra abilities.
Yeah, next up is
next up, talking about Cookie Country, let's go over your first boss fight.
This is Wispy Woods.
He's basically the first boss in every Kirby game ever.
Just with a twist. Oh, this is
generally they change up his fighting style with each game. But rule of thumb for every game, it's not a true Kirby game unless your first boss in some form or another is Wispy Woods.
Yeah. But either way, Wispy Woods is extremely easy. Only he's got a new trick up his sleeve. Inhaling you.
After you get him down to half health.
Oh, that's a new
yeah, now bosses have pitch modes. If you get a boss
he'll
down to half
suck
health,
you in.
They'll change up their fighting stuff. They'll become more difficult. For Wispy, he not only does he drop up items on you more frequently, but now he can inhale you.
Yeah.
You and chew you up for massive damage. Wispy definitely got an upgrade in this thing. But he's still pathetically easy.
You know how to avoid it? Just
fly upwards. Just fly above his head. Just go right up to him, fly and continue flying above his head.
Yeah.
And he can't do anything.
We're gonna rate 8 Wispy Woods.
So I'll give this boss an 8.
Yeah.
It's a good first boss, and it helps prepare you for what the boss fights are going to be like without being too over the top and throwing things at you out of nowhere.
World 2. What was it called?
World 2 is his Raisin Ruins. It's your traditional desert slash abandoned ruins level, and there's a lot of new enemies and such thrown in there next year, along with quite a few new copy abilities as well. But let's get into the next 3 copy abilities of the game. And as for what those are, well, I'm glad you asked. So, our first copy ability up here is the Cutter ability. Oh man, I cannot stress how much I love Cutter Kirby.
It's fast.
It's fast. Can be aimed at multiple. Can be maneuvered into multiple spots. Has a bunch of. It's really satisfying to use. It has a bunch of different tricks you can pull off.
Yeah.
Overall, Cutter is just a very memorable ability, and arguably one of my favorites of all time.
Yeah.
Definitely a 10.
Yeah.
And without a doubt.
Next,
we have a Fighter Kirby. And if you thought Cutter abilities like Cutter or Sword Cutter, Sword, or Ninja had a lot of combos, you haven't even seen Fighter Kirby. You can pull off basically a Hadouken. A straight up Hadouken. Or you can drop kick. You can and grab and throw enemies in multiple directions.
And you have a fucking jab.
And you have a spammable jab. And a single shot version. And a sweeping kick. A circle kick. A circle throw. And the list goes on from there.
It's varied.
Probably the most complex ability in the game. So, for that, I definitely commend it. not only is there a ton of fighting potential, quite obviously, but there's a lot of different things you can do with this ability. For that, I'll go to 10. Okay. So, our next ability is Fire Kirby.
Which is actually 2 abilities in one.
The original Fire and Burning Kirby.
Burning was just a mid-air death, just a flame dash.
Okay, Burning Kirby is combined as one of the moves for Fire Kirby.
That's what this game set out to do. Make less padding in the ability.
In the abilities department, and each ability has its own unique spin, and that lets it shine in its own way.
And instead of feeling a little too similar.
Instead of feeling way too similar to other abilities, or just being in a very niche ability that's only used in certain very specific spots.
So, as for Fire Kirby?
Fire Kirby, again, super satisfying to use. I'll give it a 10.
Yeah.
So,
then the Ultra
ability.
ability.
For our next Ultra ability. Now, let's talk about the Flare Beam. This was originally going to be the first one I covered. There it is, the first one listed on the wiki. But yeah. So, yeah. With the Flare Beam, and you summon a giant ball of energy, and you can use the air hose to move it around throughout the air.
It's devastating.
Basically, you get a time freeze.
Yep.
Basically, Kirby uses Chaos Control. For those of you who are fans of the Sonic franchise.
Yeah, that's basically what Kirby can do.
Yeah, basically, Kirby uses a very limited version of Chaos Control where he just controls a giant orb.
And then rating for the Flare Beam.
It's probably my least favorite. One of my 2 least favorite in Ultra.
I'd say next to.
It's so boring.
I'd probably say. I'm guessing Snowball. You don't really care for Snowball.
That's not one of them. Okay. We're not talking about that yet.
Okay. So then the boss here, Mr. Duder.
Mr. Duder is a magician, juggles things, warps, summons a bunch of different items. Name some enemies you can inhale for copy abilities, even if you, for some reason, didn't bring one, or you lost yours in a fight.
This guy's here.
This guy's here to both try to kill you and provide you with copy abilities at the same time. Basically, most of the bosses provide you a chance to get copy abilities. Some more than others.
Yeah.
This is definitely the most copy ability heavy boss in the game.
Right. But
as for Mr. Duder himself, this is certainly an interesting fight. And probably almost as easy as Wispy Woods, given the fact that you have a disproportionately large arena to fight in.
Rating?
I'll give him a 7.
Yeah, that's true.
It's a good fight, but they definitely didn't give him a fitting arena. So, as for the next area, we will be talking about...
Okay, World 3 is...
Onion Ocean.
Ew.
Onion Ocean is, no, there's no onions there, thankfully.
But ew.
But Onion Ocean is your, traditional water level.
Then...
So, there's a lot of water-themed enemies. There's even a new copy ability, which we'll end up covering later in the video, since I don't want to lose track of which ones we covered. But for now, let's get into
the next one.
Into the next series of copy abilities that we have and are ready. So, first, let's get into our second member of the deadly trio.
Hammer.
Hammer Kirby is the ultimate melee ability. Garbage long range potential, but up front it's lethal. This thing shreds through bosses and mini bosses, and even crowds of enemies like nothing.
I don't know.
And then it just basically all around destroys everything around you.
Yeah.
The hair ability is a well implemented for close range ability. So, for that, I definitely applaud it. I'll give it a 10. Yeah. Tons of potential.
Well, next up is height. Then it is
high jump.
Let me ask you something. A giant question I have.
Yeah?
What the fuck? Okay, is the point of this?
Well, I said most abilities he's done. Well, I said they really tried to make it so there are no abilities that are used and that are only useful in very specific and niche situations. I said they tried. This is the only. This is the only time that there's an ability like this.
High jump lets you, well,
jump really high.
Yeah, do a super jump.
I'm bursting well. And plus, it's just not very fun to use.
It's gimmicky.
It's gimmicky. The puzzles involving it are extremely frustrating. And it's just all around not fun.
Oh yeah, I remember you trying to get one of the gears here. Yeah. One of the gears with the required high jump.
There was a specific collectible in the game. There was a specific collectible in the game there was a specific collectible in the game
that required
you to use the high jump. And let's just say I was basically screaming.
And wait, this appeared in your before, didn't it?
No. The high jump?
Yes. It appeared in Amazing Mirror, right?
Yes. High jump is a return ability.
And, oh my... no wonder why it didn't come back.
No wonder why it was only in this game.
It never appeared again after this.
Nobody wanted it to come back.
Now that I think of it, it might return and star our allies.
If it does, I hope they don't utilize it that much.
So, but, rating.
I'll give it a 4.
Yeah, it blows.
Yikes. This is probably the low point of the abilities.
And then there's
on a more positive note, we have quite a fun ability to use. Ice Kirby.
Hell, even running,
even running becomes more entertaining.
And you go slide.
You skate across whatever surface.
It's really cool.
Yeah, it's really cool. So, pun definitely intended.
And well, it can it freeze enemies?
And it can freeze enemies. Kirby can eat enemies.
And do a barrier?
No, he can like become fat and just sit there with an enemy in his mouth and then spit it out. Wait, what's the point of this one? No, what's the point of this move? Whatever. It doesn't subtract. It doesn't.
And wait, can't you also form a reflector?
Yeah, and you can also form a reflector-like ability, which became very useful on later game. Even here, it's useful against projectiles.
No, it's not.
Alright, so, but in general, it's super fun.
Rating for that?
10.
Yeah. Well, at least we ended on a high note. And the Ultra ability.
And for our next Ultra ability, we'll be covering the other ability I don't care for.
What was the point?
Monster Flame.
Oh.
Monster Flame is super boring.
What do?
Just summon a dragon thing that goes across the screen.
It doesn't...
in a straight line.
You can
adjust what height it goes at. And I guess it does a lot of damage, but it's
really
so boring and barely interactive at all. It's just kind of gimmicky.
Yeah, it's kind of there.
The only Ultra ability that doesn't give you much control.
Yeah.
Literally, all you control is the height it goes at. No matter where you use it in an area, it comes to the side of the screen, you adjust the height, it runs into whatever. It's no direct correlation to Kirby's current placement whatsoever.
Yeah, rating...
I'll give it a 7.
It's okay.
It's useful, but it's just not fun.
And then the boss here.
This boss.
Fatty Puffer.
Yes, it's actually called Fatty Puffer.
And what does it do?
It puffs up.
And inflate it.
It bounces around the screen trying to crush you.
And oh my god, it doesn't matter if this is an EX version
or not. This boss is just nearly impossible to avoid taking damage on.
I'm sure you can just stay at the top.
But
you'll still take damage.
That doesn't help you when you get super big. Look at this picture now. Sure you could crouch at the bottom. Sure you could stick down to the bottom. But there's still plenty of it. But he still has some attacks where he covers that area specifically. And it's hard to hit him from there.
True.
This boss is a pain.
And truly shows
arguably the only boss in the game that I legitimately dread fighting.
And this compared to the other two, this game isn't that beginner friendly.
There's a lot of brutal
things, especially this is you're now
Fatty Puffer in particular good. And at least on your first attempt, at least in terms of regular gameplay, just playing through the level, fight this one boss. It's not too frustrating, but in places like the arena, it's infuriating.
Because you gotta do in the arena, you're gonna do it in try.
So yeah,
rating
5.
Yeah.
I do not like this boss.
Then World 4. Or his...
World 4 is White Wafers.
That's your Ice World.
It's your traditional Ice World.
And well...
There's a lot of ice-themed gimmicks here.
There's snowballs
snowballs everywhere. There are tons of different and ice-themed puzzles. Those spiritual sound music.
Yeah.
It's just what you'd expect from an ice world. And it's fun.
And so, now the copy abilities.
Now for the copy abilities we covered here. Let's start with Weef Kirby. Oh man, I've been waiting to talk about this one. A lot of people say that Weef Kirby sucks.
It sucks.
I said it's bad, but then I wanted to say sucks, but I said it sucks.
It sucks.
But no, Weef Kirby is actually pretty cool.
It can be used as offense, both.
It's useful both offensively and defensively. You could and throw these. Arguably, its regular attack isn't very good. You can throw these low damage leaf blades that twirl around you and go in and out and in and out, and then eventually just fly off screen or disappear as soon as they come in.
However,
you could also do an unexpectedly powerful uppercut, rained out on multiple weaves at once, into the air, or you can even Or if you want, you can even go and just straight up destroy. Death.
Yeah.
Death. No, I don't know where I was going with
But
that.
rating...
I'll give it a 10. Oh, and as for the defensive capabilities, you can press A, and you're invincible to most forms of attack. And you can just, and when you let go, you actually do a small amount of damage with your bursts. So if you want, you can just spam the A button. And it's kind of fun to do on mini bosses.
Next up is
Mike Kirby.
Wow.
Arguably a way better version of Crash Kirby.
It's for one, it has a 3 times
3 uses.
And you get to hear Kirby's terrible singing.
No, thankfully.
No.
He basically just screams for a second. He basically just shouts.
Yeah, they say it's terrible because you can't understand it.
And it's just really loud and unpitched.
Yeah.
Now, I kind of understand why it hurts to hear this.
But but right back... No. That's just something from right back at you.
But, Mike Kirby, he's actually kind of strategic in a weird way. You can hold on, you can either use it as soon as you get it, or to take out whatever's in front of you, or you can save it or you can avoid enemies and save it for points where there's a really strong enemy, like a mini boss, or there's just a horde of enemies in front of you.
Yeah.
In a corridor, so and then use it there to wipe them all out. And each blast is increasingly stronger. Blast 1 is a short-range shout. Blast 2 is a huge distance in front of you. And the final one is a straight-up scream move.
Yeah.
So it basically includes Crash Kirby as its final attack. It's literally better than Crash Kirby in every way.
Rating?
I'll give it a 10.
Yeah.
So, next we have Needle Kirby.
No. This is the only game where it's actually useful.
This is the only game where Needle Kirby is good. Literally every other game it appears that it's just subpar and boring.
What is it? Via motion controls, you can shake to draw your needles in and then burst them out around you. You can stick to the floor. You can stick a needle into the floor, or stay. And then just
you can do a direct uppercut. Like you have a huge spike out of your head, and
the needle upper.
Just impale everything above you. And probably the reason the Needle Kirby wasn't completely overlooked in this game, other than that burst attack after you shake the Wii remote, the incorporation of the oddly absent Wheel Kirby.
You can roll.
You can roll at high speeds through hordes of enemies. A lot of people wish sad Wheel Kirby was absent in this game. They'll just pick up Needle Kirby. In this game, at least, it's like Wheel Kirby, except with a bunch of different other attacks.
Yeah.
Granted, the wheel capabilities are relatively limited, but in terms of barreling through enemies directly in front of you and getting from point A to point B, it works really well.
Rating?
I'll give it a 10.
Yeah.
Needle Kirby is really good in this game. So, as for this Ultra ability, let's go over Snowball Kirby. Snowball is, you expect like a dish. You expect like a cone.
Roll.
You literally go bowl. You literally bowl through everything.
Yeah.
And you turn into a huge snowball and shake the Wii remote to launch forward.
That's really...
This is super cool.
God damn it again.
Pun definitely intended.
Yeah, damn it, we did it with the pun again.
So yeah. As for the way it works, well, Well, you can bowl through bowling pins. Yeah. And then if you get them all in one go, you get, and the more you get in one go, the bigger your prize. Or if you get all of them, and the more or the less goes it takes you. So, yeah, it's basically like a simplified 2D bowling game. And it's honestly really silly and random, and I love it. I just can't bring myself to dislike Snowball.
Rating?
I'll give it a 10. I don't know why, but I'm just really fond of this one.
Yeah. And then the boss here is...
Number the boss! What was his name?
Goliath?
Goliath. That was this guy. Yeah. This ape hops around, fires his laser blast,
and then in pitch mode,
he turns to gold and then and becomes stronger. Yeah, no copyright infringement in this mark. Seriously, this boss is just a straight up Dragon Ball Z reference, and I love it.
Yeah.
I didn't understand it when I first played the game, but since Noah got into DBZ,
thanks to Austin,
now I realize that everything clicks for this boss.
Rating
I definitely applaud this, and plus it's a fun fight. So 10.
Yeah. Then
arguably one of my favorite bosses in the game.
Wow, we already.
Let's move on to my favorite of the pop star world.
Nutty Noon
in terms of aesthetic. Nutty Noon.
You see the sunset at
the
here.
Sunset area. There's this purple sky. There's purple aesthetic in the overworld.
It's just, it looks incredible.
It's just, I just love the way this place looks.
But now, let's go over the ability. It's
certainly a way bigger challenge than any of the previous.
This is one of those. This is
the world with the high jump here.
And why he hates it so much.
Probably the biggest reason I hate the high jump.
Other than that challenge room.
Other than that challenge room. This is my reason for not liking the high jump.
You have to you scared around on the world on every world.
There's these gears,
which are used for
challenges, theme challenges, mini games, and generally we feed into the completion bonus of the game.
Didn't you do it without a guide?
Yep.
Yeah, they're in easy location.
They're dirt and light. They're certainly easier. Or collecting a lot of the previous or even future collectibles in the series. Even though you have to go out of your way for some of them. No, actually, some of them. Actually, I did use a guide for a few of them.
Yeah.
Most of them I was able to get on my own, though.
Most of them.
But
let's go over the next ability. Ninja.
So let's start out with the final of the deadly trio. Ninja.
Which can be used close range.
It can be close range, long range, free range, mathematical range.
No. Yeah, not really mathematical.
You didn't get the free range joke either.
Oh.
It's like free range chickens.
Oh.
Free range
basically any range.
Yeah, basically any range you can think of, Ninja Kirby has you covered.
This thing, if you...
This copy ability?
Here? Ninja Stars.
Ninja Stars.
Use your katana.
Use your katana to slice through nearby bosses and do a ton of damage. And cling the walls. So you can throw... you can do uppercuts. There's even this attack that that takes me multiple attempts to pull off, where you there's some combination of up one and then Y1 or Y1 and then up one in a very very fast succession, a very specific order.
You mean B?
Yeah, and then you have this cherry blossom attack, which honestly isn't. It's a good attack, but it's not really worth how difficult it is to pull off. But I just kind of went on a tangent on that attack, and I didn't.
Yeah, you were.
Hi, but yeah, Ninja Kirby gets a 10.
Yeah. Next up is
Parasol Kirby.
It looks well.
Deceiving? I mean, it's useful.
And you can get a slow descent.
Wait, can't Kirby already kind of fly?
What? Yeah.
I mean, I guess you can perform a few cool tricks.
And you can perform a midair.
Honestly, the most useful thing this can do.
A forward a forward.
Honestly, the only thing I'd really say. Go out of my way to get the parasol for,
forward
or is the shield.
Oh,
you know, if you hold down the one button, you can hold out your parasol and have it twirl in front of you.
Yeah.
It damages anything it touches. It basically prevents any non-boss enemies from getting anywhere close to it.
Yeah, however,
but in the other areas, I just don't enjoy using this very much.
Waiting.
It works, but there's way better alternatives to the parasol.
It's outclassed.
It's definitely outclassed. I'll give it a 6. Or 7.
Next,
I'll give it an 8. Better than high jump.
And then we really need to go over this one.
Sleep Kirby, the best ability in the game. With Sleep Kirby, you can dream.
Okay,
when you dream, anything is possible.
Okay.
Okay.
We are fucking kidding.
Sleep Kirby. Sleep Kirby, Dream Kirby.
Sleep Kirby is an absolute joke.
Is literally the joke ability I mentioned earlier.
It's in almost every game.
It's been in almost every game in the franchise at this point.
Like, what does it do? You just fall asleep. You can't do anything.
Well, you can shake to wake up faster.
What?
Yes, the game lets you shake to get rid of the ability faster.
They know this they know it's a joke.
Actually, this ability can be used for a lot of good level design.
Right?
Like, it's actually capsules containing the ability are actually used as traps in later levels.
Used for
they're placed above crumbling platforms. And if you collect them, you have to shake to wake up before Kirby, sleeping on the platform, falls to his doom.
Yeah, they're used for clever level design.
Yeah, they're actually used as obstacles. If you see a floating purple capsule with the bed on it, don't touch it, kids. You'll fall asleep on a crumbling bridge and die.
Okay, that wasn't.
Okay, so our ultra ability.
Oh, we're not rating.
Rating. I'll give it an 8. It's not particularly useful in itself, but it can make some unique level design.
And plus, you can just watch Kirby sleep.
Honestly, when you put it like that, it sounds really creepy.
I don't know.
So, the final ultra ability is Grand Hammer!
Didn't you say this one was a little unnecessary?
I said Hammer getting an ultra ability was unnecessary. Even that there's something else that should have gotten an ultra ability. Tornado. Okay, there's the spot there. But I certainly do not think that's a reason to dislike this ability.
It's actually useful.
It's actually useful. It can cause shockwaves. There's 3 different levels of charge to this one, which is something that that no other ultra ability has. And it can be used and there's a few different places in the game that utilize it. Which is a pretty unique level design. So, overall, it's just pretty fun to use.
Rating for that?
I'll give it a 10.
Yeah. And the boss of this place...
The boss of this place is the Grand Doomer.
Well,
it's just sitting there.
Well, we never went over that. You see, hidden in levels is usually where if you notice, if you have like 3 ears, but there are 2, but you can't find the other 2. You might come across this already wormhole.
If you use ultimately, you can trigger certain areas. These first 6 wormholes that rob you of your abilities and to send you into another dimension.
In which they're auto-scroller.
They're auto-scrolling sections into the cosmic wall chasing after you.
Yeah.
So when you reach the end, you fight a Doomer. There's 4 different kinds of Doomers. There's the basic Doomer with no special qualities. There's the Fire Doomer, which can fire. It will burn you. And it can do a charging attack where it moves across the screen while engulfed in fire. There's the Ice Doomer, which teleports. It's all over the place, and at least it then sits in the middle of the screen and produces its lines of electricity. You part across the room, and then there's just
what? They're just some mini bosses. But then here comes this thing.
The Grand Doom.
It's genuinely hard.
This is one of the most difficult bosses in the game. Heck, all of the last level bosses are pretty difficult.
Then on the final hit, when you're about to land the final hit,
it blocked you. And now it summons ultra enemies. You have to use an ultra ability. You have to use multiple different ultra abilities.
And once you take out those 4, you still have that power with you.
And then slice through it.
This boss is epic.
This boss is extremely epic. And arguably one of my favorite boss fights in the game, yet again.
And rating
10, without a doubt.
Then moving on to Halcondra. Where we still have a lot of abilities to cover.
So, first level is Egg Engine.
Okay.
In Egg Engine, it's an engine. No, it's an engine area. It's a robotic thing level.
It's a factory.
Factory. Yeah, it's factory.
And as for the abilities, easier.
Into the final stretch of the abilities, there's only 8 left to cover. So next up, we have Spark Kirby, aka Broken Ability McBroken.
Seriously, the Spark ability in every other game really sucks.
But in this game, shake the Wii Remote, surround yourself with a shield of electricity
while moving.
While moving, that damages everything in its path and can be used to stall bosses sometimes.
Wasn't this originally? Wasn't this just its only use? Wasn't this shield its
originally
only
the only thing it could do is freeze you in place and surround itself with electricity. Now it's got a complete upgrade, complete with downwards and upwards lightning bolts, firing your shield, your currently charged shield forward, and of course the obsolete but still welcomed stationary spark shield. You need more damage.
Seriously, this is the only game in where it's actually useful.
This is the only game where I actually recommend going out of your way to grab the spark ability.
Because you can do more than just...
You can do more than just sit there.
When there's probably not going to be any enemies.
We're still recording.
Okay, but anyways,
No. So, in Egg Engine, we have... So, sorry about that. Anyways,
Okay. Then, so, rating for Spark here.
oh dang, I'll give Spark Arc a 10.
Yeah.
Works miracles in this. Works miracles in this game.
Okay.
So
Next up,
we have
of the spear, one of the new abilities.
Spear Kirby. Spear Kirby is actually the permanent ability of Bandana Wildly. Yeah, I forgot to mention.
You can
The other characters have permanent abilities. King Dedede utilizes the
hammer, of course.
And Meta Knight utilizes the sword, along with Wing, oddly enough, his damaging flight. And Bandana D utilizes the spear.
Yeah, so, how does it... This one. Well, you can do a weird-ass spear copter.
Which is way more useful than it sounds.
The science just isn't there.
Seriously, how does that work?
But still... seriously, even though this doesn't make any sense, it's really useful.
Yeah.
Oh.
So, yeah, if you're having trouble, just do it! Okay, I don't know.
Just do it!
So, you can do a spear. Yeah.
Yeah.
Spear.
So, rating.
I'll give it a 10. It's fun.
And there's
Stone Kirby. Stone Kirby, well, in terms of mobility, it's not very good. It's probably the best defensive ability in the game. Seriously, you're invulnerable to all forms of damage. Except for landing and spikes or whatnot.
And if you're wondering if it's offensive capabilities, it's just a stone fist.
You can do an uppercut, and you can spin the Wii remote to prolong on Kirby surrounding himself in stone and do damage to enemies on the way. Enemies during the transition, and while you fall. And also you kill any enemies in your way where you're sliding, and enemies you land on take damage. Which too. So yeah. That works. So, I'll give Stone Kirby a 10. A solid 10.
Oh my god.
So our final ability for Egg Engine is an ability that's been strangely absent from our review as of yet.
Sword.
But finally gets its time in the spotlight. Sword Kirby. Sword Kirby, while generic, is certainly a classic.
Yeah, it's iconic.
Do I think it's an incredible ability? It's useful.
And you can do
you can do a lot of abilities. You can
spin,
an uppercut, a downer cut, I guess. A forward thrust. Us chop things.
Hell, you can even do a sword beam.
A sword beam if you're at full health.
Yeah, and you don't help that you're wearing it.
Don't help that you wear a green hat out of the tassel thing at the end.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Anyways.
Rating for the most iconic abilities.
9.
Yeah.
It's still a great ability. But far from perfect in my book. So, next, we have Noah's favorite ability. No, wait. Not yet. That's the next area.
Okay, then the boss.
The boss of Egg Engine?
Metal General.
Metal General is fairly tame. You fight him, and then you fight him, he rockets off, I guess, and then comes crashing down, and you can use a sword.
It's kind of easy.
The boss doesn't last very... Holy shit! If you're playing EX mode, you get to fight this thing.
What was it?
I forget what it was called.
And it uses Landia's theme.
It's the D3, I think. No, the Mecha
D3.
Mecha D... I don't know.
Whatever. Metal General Phase 2.
So,
what does it do?
So it's fist down, and I forget a lot of its attacks, but this boss has 2 phases in its own right. So definitely making Egg Engine's boss last way longer than it would in a normal playthrough.
Rating?
I will definitely give this boss a 10. In EX mode. In normal mode, it gets an 8.
Then we're nearing. Then we reach the final level.
Dangerous dinner. Dangerous dinner. Dangerous dinner, or aka hot dog land. I mean, hot dogs are one of the most dangerous dinners you can eat. No, aka the land of pufferfish. So there you get. There's lava everywhere.
And well, it's deadly.
The lava does a ton of damage and strips you of any copy ability you may have when you touch it.
And we got a few still of the last 4 abilities
we used to cover. And those abilities being
starting my personal favorite.
Tornado.
Debuting an amazing mirror.
You surround yourself with a whirlwind and then go speeding across the level.
This thing absolutely rapes bosses.
It won't use that. It destroys bosses. Everything you fight with this thing. It's gonna go down.
It made the true arena way too easy.
Also, if you shake it during your rampage, you can make your radius bigger, and at the end of it, you'll have a huge swirl of wind expanding outwards to damage everything nearby. When you, so that things can't hit you when you come out of it. So, Tornado, while simplistic, is extremely versatile and useful. It's just, man, I have so much fun using this thing. I don't blame Noah for loving this one so much.
And
definitely,
yeah.
And doesn't return in any other games after that.
Fuck. They probably
knew how broken it was.
As it made the arenas too easy.
So anyways, let's go on to our last 2 abilities, which are all brand new. There's Water Kirby. Oh man, I love Water Kirby. Water, you can just...
just spit, vomit water.
You can just vomit aqua. You can vomit aquatic fluid. I don't know. You can just spit water. Have this geyser attack. And with this, you also get access to.
Yeah, you also
gain access to. Alright. And with this, you also gain access to the ability to increase power water when you're underwater.
Yeah.
And an upwards and downwards geyser.
That's cool.
Yeah. So, as for this ability, definitely a 10. So, let's go. Next, let's go with Whip Kirby. So,
you can go in 8 directions, and
that's about it.
Yeah, it doesn't really have anything.
A very short-lasting whip helicopter attack. You can and do a diagonal down.
Okay, the Whip Kirby is kind of boring.
This is arguably an ability no one asked for, but we got anyway.
And weirdest thing is that it returned in later games.
It returned in both of the following games.
Yeah, both the 3DS games.
Even though, yet again, nobody asked for a Whip Kirby to return.
Or even exists.
Or even exists.
What do I want to make a Kirby do? Let's see,
we got Alright, let's see what we got now so far. We got
Using
we got literal tree hugger Kirby. We got bird Kirby. We got an excessive fluid vomiting Kirby, and how about BDSM Kirby? Okay.
But still, who asked for?
Who asked for whip Kirby?
It's extremely boring and it doesn't have that much use.
It's not useful. It's not very useful.
Waiting.
I used to actually love whip Kirby, believe it or not.
Yeah, I know.
Now it sticks.
Yeah.
And you know how I mentioned one of the new abilities was bird Kirby? Well, wing Kirby.
This thing
is actually super fun to use.
You fire pin needles.
You fire feathers. Admittedly, this attack isn't very reliable considering it goes in a random,
but
dimension.
if you be a flying,
but you can actually do damage in flight and do a bunch of aerial combo attacks.
Yeah.
Dive bombs, loop-de-loops, dashes. You name it. Yeah, it's just so much fun to use Wing Kirby.
Yeah,
definitely insane.
And that's all the new abilities, right?
Yeah, that is all the new abilities in this game.
And then then the boss here is Landia. The thing, as I mentioned in the beginning of the video. The thing that supposedly
he destroyed Magor's ship.
And he asked you, and he told you this is your last step.
Yeah.
This is the last thing you need to do. And the fight is how hard is the fight?
It is tough.
Yeah.
Landia can fly. Obviously, it's a dragon.
Yeah.
I breathe multiple streams of fire. Did I mention this thing has 4 heads? And
it can split those heads. As in, oh my, this fight is intense.
Yeah, this fight is super intense.
Well, unless you just scumbag it with tornado.
Yeah.
But India is an obvious.
Speaking of India.
After you beat Eater, or you see the Master Crown.
Yeah, and then Megalore. Oh, cool. Thanks. Wait, what?
Why?
He wanted to steal the Master Crown from Landia so that he could rule Halcondra. Apparently, he stole the Solar Ship from Landia, and Landia was trying to stop him. And he tricked Kirby and friends to do this. And to put the very ship, a stolen ship for him, so he could get back home. And then they can beat up Landia so that he could take the crown and gain ultimate power.
You manipulative bitch!
What the fuck?
He just tricked you.
Like, I grew to like you.
Oh, and you
motherfucker!
You just tricked me.
You just tricked me. And he says, as the first role he takes over is going to be pop star.
Kirby ain't gonna let that. Ain't going down with that.
And hops on one of Landia's head's backs. But Landia can also spend the 4 separate dragons when you get it on the head. I don't know. Okay.
The science just isn't there.
Yeah.
Then the final boss is split into 3 phases.
Yeah. The first phase is after going through the shooter section as Landia, which is super fun.
You had to charge or jump.
Charge up and fire stars, and if you shake, you can fire stars in all directions. So Landia definitely gets a 10. So technically a copy of those.
Yeah.
Yes, it shows as such a ginger bar down below. And it's just very useful, okay? It's useful.
And then you go, you face the 3 phases. First is the Star Cutter, or the War Star Cutter.
Yeah.
Or after that,
After that, you fight
like Megalore himself.
You're given a selection of most of the game's abilities, and then...
And relax, if you die on this, you can just restart on this phase. And so, after a devastating blow from an Ultra Sword...
Screw you, you're dead!
Oh, what is that thing?
Kill it.
Well,
you kill it with fire.
Uses
blades.
It uses your Ultra abilities against you.
Yep.
And...
So,
well, that looks familiar.
And then you just have to take out your own sword, or Ultra Sword, and yeah, you hit it with Oh, did I mention the first phase is finished off by you using the Ultra Sword, or to have a match of pure, to have a button match with Magolor, or eventually, of course, you win, and then Jesus Christ, Kirby, that's a bit of an overkill, but yeah, and then.
Yeah. The Magolor is inobvious.
It's 10 and it's a boss
fight.
Imagine the second phase is finished off in the same way.
He's a very dickish. He's a character that you brutalize,
and then he shows his true colors, and you motherfucker.
Or you want to kick his ass so bad.
You want to kick this guy's ass as badly as you can.
And, well, that's Kirby's Return to Dreamland.
Well, there's a bit of extra to go over.
Well,
let's talk about...
In the next two games, you'd get either a what if slash follow-up slash continuation in DDD Tour and Meta Nightmare or Deluxe.
In this game, you get...
Okay, what do we get?
Your EX mode.
Wait, okay, is there any...
Everything's harder. The boss and stuff. And you have half health. And the bosses do double damage. So basically you have a quarter of your life.
This is so... And you gotta collect everything again.
And then there's also two mini games. Our first mini game is Ninja...
I don't know.
Ninja Training, I think?
Yeah, Ninja Showdown.
Ninja Showdown. You throw Ninja Star at the right time to hit a target. The closer you get to the center, the more points you get. Also, it's multiplayer, so you can compete for the scores. Or you could just go a place if you aim for a high score, or just try to finish the levels. It's a fun minigame. And then there's, I forget what the other one's called.
But...
Basically, you shoot robots.
Wait, is that Chef Kawasaki?
There's Wall D, there's Chef Kawasaki, and then there's King D.
Yeah, Kawasaki as in
a mini boss in one game.
And mostly prominent from...
And mostly known for his appearance in the anime.
Hey, at least there ain't no weight gain chefs.
Yeah. Anyways.
But then there's there like we said, there are arena modes, which is a boss gauntlet.
That's really difficult.
Assuming you don't assuming you don't use Tornado. But and the breakdown for the gameplay. Well, the game actually doesn't force motion control. For me on the Wii, it doesn't force motion control.
There's only one point in the game where it's actually required to use your motion control.
And even if you wanna, even if you don't care, or you can still, it recommends you use them.
I'm to get access to some stronger attacks. Yeah. So, anyways,
and did I mention the game has multiplayer?
Don't bother. The multiplayer, it's extremely frustrating. You screw each other over all the time.
But gameplay wise,
definitely a 10.
Yeah.
This game, music is a 10 as well. And the graphics are a 10 as well.
Yeah.
It looks and sounds great. It's loads of fun. And this game is just amazing. Go play it. If you own a Wii or Wii U, and you don't have a copy, go pick it up. If you do have a copy laying around and you never bother to try it out, definitely play it as soon as you can.
I'm Nozaren.
And I'm Amaray.
And bonjour.
Bonjour. Until the next video, oh my friends.